Assalamu alaikum, dear students. This is your physics lecture, and today we are going to study chapter 3, that is work, energy, and power. As we have already studied force and the effects it can produce in our previous chapter, now in this chapter we will study how force is related to work and how work is related to energy. Although this approach gives same results as given by the Newton's laws, and can be applied to a wide range of phenomena in different fields of physics, as this approach is simpler analysis than the direct application of Newton's second law, isn't it? So in this chapter we shall be discussing these concepts in detail. So starting with our first subtopic, that is work. To understand work, let's see these examples. As you can see in the first example, a boy is reading a book, or we can say he is exerting himself mentally in thinking about a simple or a difficult problem, isn't it? Now, in example second, you can see a boy holding a weight without moving. Now, coming to our third example, you can see a boy trying hard to move a huge rock, which doesn't move at all, despite his hard efforts. In these cases, do you think work is done by the boy? Of course, no. In these cases, boy is not doing any work. Indeed, all these examples agree with the everyday meaning of work. That is, these activities are requiring muscular or mental effort. But according to physics, this is not what you call as work. In physics, work is said to be done if these two conditions are satisfied. Let's see the conditions. A force must be applied on an object. The object must be displaced from its original position. As you can see in the video clearly that these two conditions are satisfied. So in this case we can say work is done. Okay, and you must note down that no work is done if any of these two conditions is not satisfied, isn't it? So with this definition we can conclude that work done depends upon two factors, that is force and displacement, and work done has direct relationship with force and displacement. As if the force acting on a body is more will be the work done in that case, and same is in the case of displacement. So work done is equal to force into displacement, and work done or work can be denoted by letter W, and force can be denoted by letter F, and displacement can be denoted by letter S. So work done is equal to W is equal to F into S. So this formula can be used to solve numerical problems, isn't it? Also, work is a scalar quantity as it has no sense of direction. However, it may be positive or negative. We'll be discussing it in future. Now coming to the units of force, as we have seen the formula, work done is equal to force into displacement. So here we will write unit of force and displacement because work is product of force and displacement. So the unit of force is Newton and the unit of displacement is meter. So the units of work is Newton meter, and this unit of work is also called as joule in honor of the British scientist named James Prescott Joule. Or in other words we can say that Newton meter is given a separate name, and that is joule. So in fact SI unit of work is joule. So with this our topic comes to an end. We'll meet you tomorrow. Till then, Assalamu alaikum.